Hello all, my name is Mahesh. I am working as an application engineer with Microgenesis CATSoft Private Limited for Autodesk manufacturing softwares. Today, I'm going to discuss about the positional representations with Inventor and how you can control the same using ilogic. Now, let me showcase some brief information about the positional representations. Like the position representation wherein you can capture kinematic snapshots of assemblies to allow for motion studies and evaluation of an assembly in various positions. And these positional representations you can save it in parent assembly and you can retrieve at any point of time for further analysis or modification. Okay, wherein in positional representation it's purely based on the constraints. So in assembly we will find a lot of constraints. We will define some of time flush constraint, mate constraint with some different values. Now here we can control the constraints using positional representations. Now let me show you a small demonstration on the same so that you will get a clear idea about it. Have a look on the model. Yeah, now here you can see this is one of a model what I have opened here called boomlift.iam. The moment when you open the model, you will see on the left side you will find one model tree wherein you will find the relationships which will show the complete assembly constraints which are available with this particular assembly and representation. Under representation you will find the three categories. One is view representation, another one is position representation, and next one is level of detail. Now we'll focus on the position representation. So here I'm going to switch to assembly view so that I can easily see what are the constraints involved in this assembly. Now I make utilize of this mate colon 2 plus dash minus. This is one of the constraint I am going to make utilize of it so that I am going to vary the values. I can create some three different configurations. I mean to say three different positional representations of this assembly, right? Now let me right click on the position and click new. Now expand this position. Let me rename it to retract. Okay, so right click on this for this particular retract positional representation. I'm going to modify the value to, now it is initially it is showing 400 mm. Okay, the 400 mm is the distance between from this particular face to this face. Now I'm going to reduce it to, let us say, 110 mm. This is one representation. Now let me click position representation. I am going to create one more representation called expand. So for this expand, right click on this same constraint again and click on modify. Now this time instead of 400 I'm going to make it as 550. So we got three position representation. Now it is very easy for me to change this particular representation, and of course it is very useful. You can use this positional representation in drawing environment as well. Now let me click on master. This is a positional representation which will have the value of 400 mm. When you click on retract, the value is 110, and when you click on expand, the value would be around 550 mm what I have given. Like this you can create a different positional representation based on your requirements. Now this is some simple idea I have given about a positional representation. Now how we can make utilize the same, instead of clicking master, retract, expand in the model tree, we can create a ilogic rule wherein you can control the positional representations. So let me show you how you can do it. Let me click now, and now this is the assembly what you're seeing here. Okay, now basically what you're seeing, there are three constraints are there. One is raised. Now you can see the position of this particular the bucket and this particular valves and whatever the most of the assemblies, the position is changed. And now when you click on lowered, and you can see the configuration is changed, right? Now how to do the same, how to control the same thing in ilogic. Now for this we have one small ilogic rule I had created here. See, position is a parameter what I have created, and lowered is the positional representation name. Again, raised is the same thing, the positional representation, and this is the line code, this application dot active component definition. This is the code you have to write, copy as it is, but make sure that, and this particular double quotes what you're seeing here, you have to replace it with the positional representation name what you have given, right? So let me click OK. So once you click OK, let me go to the forms, click add form. Just add this position representation to this form dialog box. Now let me open this form. Now let me change it to default orientation. Now let me click on a lower. You can see the position is varied. When you click on a raised, you can see the position is changed. So it is very easy for us to control the position representation using ilogic, and you can make utilize of the same thing, because for each and every position representation you may have some different rules or different set of configurations you might design, right? So using ilogic you can easily control the position representations. And I hope you found this video is informative and worthwhile. Thank you for your time.